both of you guys have worked with director Joss Whedon before. What was unique and different about coming back and working with him this time around?
We did one take throughout the entire movie.
The whole movie was one take.
The whole movie was one take.
I mean, it was a real risk.
That was different. It was different.
It's a big gamble.
I feel like. I mean, truly, it was one take.
No, he did. Yeah, you're saying that you did.
Yeah, when it was just like,
Yeah. What was different? I mean, working with Joss is always such a treat. The experience is sort of the same one-on-one, but I think, he's such a marvelous director, and I think that this film just now speaks to his ability to, like, take on just this massive project and to be able to go like, okay, this is my story and these are my characters, but also through all these other elements in terms of special effects. And the scale of this is so massive, and he was able to show up to work and be in a good mood and like be able to have a discussion about a character as well as dealing with all this other stuff.
Now, Jeremy, you were able to shoot on a lot of different locations around the world. How was that able to either help or hinder you as an actor in the performance you were able to bring?
Well, anytime any of us can be on a real set or a real location versus any fake background or the CGI background, it always helps us with props and everything. And shooting in Italy for the end sequence was amazing because all that for wherever we were for Aaron and Lizzie, myself, in that section of the movie was all there, man. I mean, everything outside of, I can't say the spoiler of it, but the city doing its thing. I mean, it was amazing. I mean, it was one of the most beautiful sets I've ever been on in the sense of how tragic it was. The buildings were falling. I mean, there wasn't even like CGI, meteors or whatever coming down. It was just like they were literally physically throwing foam rocks, but with like dust coming off. I was like, this is really happening right now. It was amazing. It was a full travesty happening around you. You were living in it, so it makes it so easy to run around and do what we're supposed to do. And chaos is so fantastic. And there was literally no robots or bad guys running around, but it still felt chaotic. It was amazing. And then in the Stark Tower, it was in London. Again, one of the most exotic sets in opulent. I mean, it was amazing. I mean, everyone wanted to live in this set. It was so beautiful. I've never seen anything really quite like it in any job I've ever done. The sets were just fantastic, and I rarely had to do green screen or out in the woods. I mean, just really tremendous. I mean, I had so much fun being in those locations.
Now, after Captain America: Winter Soldier, Maria is in a very different place now. Tell us a little bit about where we find her and who she's working with now and what we can expect for her as we move into the next Avengers film.
Yes, well, S.H.I.E.L.D. has been dismantled, and Maria has sought employment with Tony Stark at the Avengers Tower. And so, she's kind of running the show there, and she doesn't have S.H.I.E.L.D. at her disposal anymore, so it's like a much heavier workload, and she's sort of in charge of the Avengers and the different missions that they go on, and navigating Tony Stark.